And it's recording.
Excellent.
Hello, and welcome to this Star Wars: The Force Awakens edition of From the Movies.
What are we ever going to do this like British people?
Perhaps my associate Michael and I, Christopher, will be looking at the latest of Star Wars movies known as The Force Awakens. I can't keep that up.
No, it sounds so bad. I wonder how it sounds to the people watching.
I'm sorry to any British people watching this. I'm so sorry I butchered your accent. You have lovely voices.
Well, anyway, so here we are. We're talking about The Force Awakens about a week and a half after it came out. Wow, okay. So the hype for this movie is real.
Yeah, I once read an article before watching the movie that said that it was the most important movie ever, because of how much Disney invested into it and how much people invested into the hype. And
yeah, it's about $428 million into like the advertising.
You have no idea how much I had to stay away from, and avoid to avoid the speculation forums and the spoilers. And
oh yeah, by the way, before we start talking about the movie, let's just say the movie was already spoiled for me, so already the movie's kind of less than what it should be, because I already knew it was going to happen.
I did not know what was going to happen, and we're going to and we are going to keep away from spoilers for.
Well, we can go into spoilers at the end of the video.
Yeah.
Because it's been out for about a week and a half. We're good. I think we're good.
My uncle still hasn't seen it. He's gonna wait for the DVD, and he doesn't want any spoilers. So.
All right. Well, anyway, so let's just say, The Force Awakens was really, really cool.
It was okay. Here's the thing. My family, we got there we were the first ones in that theater. We were in the same theater.
Yeah, we were in the
same theater on the same day. The Force was pushing us together.
Yeah, call it Rhode Island, call it the Force. Either way, we were in the exact same theater. We found out at the end of the theater. He just runs over to me. He's like, "Hi, Mike." I'm like, "Oh, hi, Chris. I was just about to go home and talk to you about it." But anyway, so
we saw it on Christmas.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
In that theater, we were there before, and I was just worried, are these people behind me gonna keep talking? And then when it starts, everything was quiet, and then and then I was just and then it just dawned on me, oh my gosh, I'm watching a Star Wars movie in a theater at a time of my life when I actually appreciate good cinema. It just dawned on me. In that moment. And
then for me, it was a good flashback to when I was about 8 years old and I saw Star Wars Episode 3 on opening day, and I was like, yes, I remember when I was 8 and I was watching, I was flipping out in the seat because of how awesome it was, and oh man, it was great. It was good memories. I'll say that. Okay,
the movie itself, I gotta say it. J.J. Abrams was born to make a Star Wars movie.
Oh god, yeah. I can't think of a single other person who would be fitting to direct the movie. Even though he directed Star Trek, I still can't think of anyone better.
The characters were great. They were great. It was just great to see Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. Han Solo. He's oh man. The characters are awesome. So even the sidekick, well, the major side character, Poe Dameron, he was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch.
Finn is a great character. John Boyega portrays a great man who is suddenly realizing that everything he's known for all his life, everything he's been taught is wrong, and he's just trying to get away from it all. Daisy Ridley is great as Rey herself is a just great character.
I think she's the best character of the movie, to be honest. Rey, she grows a lot and she learns a lot, and it's just in her acting. Daisy Ridley's acting in portraying her it just made the character so lovable and awesome. And I've even seen on the internet a comparison to when the first Star Wars movie came out and Carrie Fisher was every geek's favorite girl, and now that this new Star Wars is out, Daisy Ridley is every geek's favorite girl. So that's just a testament to how much people have loved her.
I want to play her on Disney Infinity. Honestly, I have that game and I want to get that figurine of her.
So yeah.
No. Now before I get into Kylo Ren, I just want to say something I love about this movie and the characters. None of the main characters want the adventure. Like in the first Star Wars movie, Luke wanted off the planet, but none of the main characters in The Force Awakens want the adventure.
They're kind of forced into it by circumstances.
Rey just wants to get the droid to the base and go home and go back so that she can
meet up with their family.
That's not much of a spoiler, so whatever.
Yeah, no, it was known. It was in the trailer.
Finn just wants to escape from the First Order. He doesn't want anything else to do with it.
He just wants to run.
BB-8, well...
he's a droid.
He kind of has no choice. Harrison Ford, why do I keep calling him Harrison Ford? Han Solo and Chewbacca. Han, he doesn't want this adventure. He's roped into it. He becomes...
He just wants to keep on doing what he did best, which was smuggling.
He just wants to be left alone. He wants to be left to his work, and he wants to just keep running from everything that gave him pain. And he does play a major part in this movie. Mm-hmm. Unlike Luke Skywalker. Oh my gosh. J.J. Abrams.
He's in the movie for 30 seconds, guys.
And his name is second in the credits. J.J. Abrams, you...
Hey, you know what? They didn't show him in any of the marketing. So technically, he can get away with it. He didn't lie to us. He didn't say, "Oh, he's gonna be in the movie, guys." He didn't say anything about it.
He's my favorite character.
Fair.
Luke Skywalker is my favorite character in all of Star Wars. The first character I think of when I think Star Wars is Luke Skywalker, and it's...
Well, I think it's important to note that from here on out, this Star Wars story is not about Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, or Han Solo. It's more going to be about Rey, Finn, and their conflict with Kylo Ren. Okay, yeah, let's get into Kylo Ren. And he's very different from the other villains because, he's not like this beast, monster, unstoppable force. He's learning. He's a person. He's a human being with emotions and conflict. And one that's still young and still learning. He's not a perfect supervillain like Darth Vader was the very first movie. He was kind of a dweeb, though. Yes, they did make him very weak near the end. I was like, oh, come on, man. You had so much. Here's the intro of the movie. No, here's something. That's not going to be a spoiler. Here's something that just made me go, whoa. Well, in the opening battle, Poe fires at him. And then he stops the freaking bullet. He stops the laser bolt in midair, and it's just there, and he's just talking to someone while it's still there. He's still holding it, and we have seen Darth Vader deflect laser bolts, but we have never seen anyone just stop a laser bolt in midair, and that just made me just go, oh. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But then they also... After he stops this bullet in midair, he then orders the execution of the entire village, which is whoa, okay, so this is a really deep and dark villain. But then midway through it, you're like, oh, Captain Phasma built him so much. Don't get your hopes up for this character. It's like Luke Skywalker in the movie for a very short amount of time. but unlike Luke Skywalker, was advertised quite a bit,
Yeah.
which sucks. But, whatever. Apparently, she's gonna be playing a bigger role in the next movie, so
Captain Phasma is a she, apparently.
Yep, it's a she.
And also
played by Gwendolyn Christie.
Emperor Supreme Leader Snoke. Oh my gosh, this guy was actually a little terrifying. He's just like he's like this huge guy sitting in a chair looking down on people. I mean, it could probably just have been the hologram.
It was the hologram. I think that's
what
it was.
But I mean,
that'd be pretty cool though if he was like a giant dude and just sitting in this giant.
But I mean,
that
like,
would be cool.
He was so terrifying. Like, it's they haven't revealed who if he's a previous Star Wars character yet. I honestly thought that before I saw the movie, I honestly thought that Snoke was gonna be Darth Maul.
Yeah, like, I think we talked about it.
Yeah, on Facebook.
That would have been pretty cool though if Darth Maul like made a return. Although
I'm just
in the extended universe, Darth Maul was killed in between 3 and 4. Well, but at the same time, the extended universe has been trashed.
In the Clone Wars, he hasn't been killed. He was just taken.
Right.
And we never saw him again. But then they came out with the Son of Dathomir comic, and he escaped from Darth Sidious. So he could probably still be out there. Probably not at this moment. He'd probably be really old at this point in the Force Awakens. But like,
that's true. Well, I mean the Force can sustain someone longer beyond their lifespan. Darth Maul is one of my favorite characters, so I'm just desperate to see him return. So that. But yeah, like I said, it would have been cool. Would have been very cool to see. But at the same time, he wouldn't have been as powerful in the Force.
Now let's talk about some of the older characters. Han Solo, he's still a great character.
We talked about him.
Oh, did we?
I think we did. I think we talked about Han Solo already.
Leia. We didn't talk about Leia.
Yeah, right.
Leia is still a great character. She's elevated from princess to general. Well,
I don't think that's an elevation. I think that's more of here's another title.
It's princess. She's just this phase, but now she's a general. So she's active in leading. So. I mean, she was active in leading in the first 3 movies, but she still kept the title of princess. So yeah, Carrie Fisher has not lost her touch. Neither has Harrison Ford, and
Luke Skywalker's in the bit for like 30 seconds, so we can't say anything about it.
Chewbacca's still pretty fun, a fun character.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just thought of like one of the lines where he's just like, or Han's like, "Can I use that? Phew, I like this."
He gets very attached to Chewbacca's crossbow laser.
It's odd, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty fun.
The movie itself, it really that's my dog. It homage it pays homage and references the
homage and references to the first Star Wars movie.
I
think that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, there are a lot of them, but it still keeps its own identity. That's what the prequels should have been, honestly. Well, it does.
What?
It does. Oh, well, actually, the prequels do homage a lot of the original 3. So.
I suppose.
Go on, teacher. Go to David. Go off screen. Okay. But it still keeps its own identity. The action is amazing. Like
I thought it was. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was amazing or anything.
I don't know. This could just.
I thought it was pretty cool.
John Williams' score.
Especially when they played like the old themes for the older characters, like yes, I remember that. Why I love this music. It was just, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, and and well, you know what's great? They used practical effects. Like they actually put someone in a Chewbacca suit. They actually built the sets of these spaceships and castles and the battle station. Like these were amazing practical effects, and even when it was CGI, it wasn't bad CGI. I mean,
you could tell that two of the characters, like, I was about to say Professor Snoke. I don't know what you call him.
Supreme Leader,
I guess. Snoke was all CGI, but it was a hologram, so it made it kind of look more obvious, but it was still CGI. You could go, yeah, that's CGI. So what I'm saying is the CGI standout. Like, bringing in Mad Max Fury Road. I'm just like, no, come here, Mad Max Fury Road. I'm going to reference you for a minute. When they used CGI in Mad Max Fury Road, you could tell because it looked so distinct from everything else.
But
when
they
used CGI, yes, it was necessary, but you could still tell. And in The Force Awakens, when they use CGI, like two of the characters are all CGI. You can tell that they're all CGI. That's all I'm saying about it. Is it bad? It's obvious.
It's decent
obvious.
CGI, like.
Yeah, it's decent CGI, but it's just in a movie full of practical effects. It's just more obvious. I'm not saying anything is bad or anything.
I love the practical effects. Practical effects are just so hard to do, but they make them look so good.
When they're done really well, they look really cool, and you can appreciate. I appreciate the talent that goes into these, practical effects. Like I can't tell if like they made a speeder bike model for Ray. Remember Ray's speeder bike? I can't tell if they did it practically or if that was CGI'd, and then it was just her moving along against like a green screen sort of thing. I think it's practical, which makes it even more cool.
I love how the characters get brought together. I love how they bring in the Millennium Falcon. That was hilarious.
They're just like, hey, let's run. We need a ship. Okay, let's go for that ship. What about that ship? What about that ship? No, the garbage
I think we're getting into spoiler.
That's not spoiler. I'm talking about the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, but
that's the
garbage. I didn't know they were talking about the Millennium Falcon when they said.
No,
and when I did see the Millennium Falcon, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm that kind of dork.
No, that's garbage. And then the ship in front of it blows up. Okay, the garbage one will do, and then it just pans out to the Millennium Falcon. This movie,
yes. If you are a Star Wars fan, you will be happy. You will be sad. You will laugh. You will be excited. You will be pumped. This movie is a roller coaster of emotions. It goes everywhere, but it goes there in a very fluent manner, and nothing. And it doesn't feel very It doesn't feel clunky. It doesn't feel like the stormtroopers were actually terrifying in this movie. They actually hit stuff, and
They finally hit something. I mean, it was in one of the most cruel manners, but I'm talking about the intro here. But it was still hit stuff.
I love.
That's like good.
Okay, let's wrap this up before we go into spoilers. I love this movie. It is my favorite movie of the year, and it is my second favorite Star Wars movie, right below Empire.
For me, it's a great blast to the past. It was a lot of fun. I can't say that I liked it as much as you did, but it was still a very good time, and I think it is the best movie of the year.
Okay, at this point, we're going into spoilers. So if you don't want the spoilers, just click off and go somewhere else on the internet.
Go somewhere else.
Go to his site. Watch one of my videos. I don't know. Okay, spoilers. Let's get
spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay,
let's talk about Kylo Ren. He is Han Solo's son.
Yes, he is.
I don't think did anyone on the internet guess that? Because
No, it was more or less people. Well, I mean, actually,
it's Luke Skywalker.
No, I think it was something that people found out once it was released. Because people are like, oh my god, it's Han Solo's son. Which isn't that big of a spoiler. You can still work with it. But
I was
you know,
I was
what
pretty
happens later
surprised when I found out, but it's, I love to imagine if Kylo Ren had no connection to the main characters and if he was just some guy named Kylo Ren and
That'd be kind of silly. That'd be kind of funny. But they could also go with
no,
the Vader wannabe sort of thing.
No, what would have been funny is the fans' reaction to it. Like all the guessing, all the speculating, and he's just some guy.
He's just some guy in a Vader-like suit. It's like, really? You had us thinking.
I thought it was Chewbacca's son.
Oh my gosh. That movie though.
And his motivations make so much sense. Like,
I never really figured out why he wanted to go off and do the dark side. I never figured that out. I think it was just
probably
he wanted to.
He's a much
He
better.
didn't like his
he is a
parents or
much
whatever.
better Anakin though. Like, think about it. He's a great parallel to Anakin, and he's done, and he feels much better than Anakin Skywalker. He's definitely a better actor than Hayden Christensen.
I don't know. For me, it's just. Alright, we're in spoiler territory, so I don't really care at this point. He takes off his mask when he's talking to Rey. But the lines which is fine, but the lines that he says in his facial expressions while he's saying them, it's just they don't work with this person who ordered the slaughter of an entire village earlier on in the movie. Because I get it, he's a guy who's still learning how to be this dark and evil person, but at the same time you can't have him that weak when you have him do this horrendous travesty, in a very cinematic fashion. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me.
We don't get a last name for Rey, and Abrams says that's intentional.
It is intentional, which I think is detrimental to the next movie, because if you already know that she's Rey Skywalker, then that kind of sucks.
She's Rey Skywalker?
That's what I'm hearing. I think that's the last name that they wanted to avoid. So it kind of is detrimental to it, and everyone's already guessing that.
When I said that you will cry, you will be sad. Here it is. Here's what it is.
Han Solo dies.
Oh my gosh! I still can't believe that happened. Like,
yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen, and I mean, come on, Harrison Ford is really old. He can't keep doing movies like this. But
I mean, be this one or the next one.
It's
Han Solo either went off into the Star Wars world, never to be seen again, or die. And in this case, he died.
Oh my gosh, Han! Like that I was tearing up a little.
He was trying to reach out to his son, Kylo Ren. He's like, "Come on, turn away."
I can't do this without you. Help me. And then
he dies.
Yeah.
And then
he has his father help him kill him. Like, it is kind of done in a very Obi-Wan meets Darth Vader kind of way. Okay, but without the battle, and there's a little more emotion there. Well, a lot more emotion. So
I think it was just more of that he tried to help his son, and then his son wanted to, because I think earlier on, if I remember correctly, Supreme Leader Snoke earlier on said that you have to kill Han Solo in order to, be like even more powerful than you already are. I think that's what he said.
I love Disney. Disney tried to make Captain Phasma the mysterious badass, and then it ended up being that riot stormtrooper. Like, I want to know more. I want with the
that fought Finn. Yeah, Finn. That fought Finn with the electric thing or whatever.
I need to see if it's still. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool fight. I will say though, alright, so the other major spoiler is that Rey is Force sensitive, and she's going to be the next Jedi, which is completely opposite of what the marketing suggested by having Finn hold the lightsaber and fight Kylo Ren in the trailer.
I think that was really clever.
I think it was misleading, but I get why they did it, and I think because Rey is such a good character, they can get away with it.
This lightsaber was used to kill 30 children. It calls to you.
That's a good point. It was because it was an Anakin Skywalker. Oh yeah, and I can't talk. Anakin's lightsaber returns in this movie, and that's the lightsaber. Well, I mean, I think that was already known, but it was just I don't know. Because now we're in the second. The first half of the movie I absolutely loved, but once we get to once we get to the rebel base or the resistance base, from then on it's just not as fun as the first half was.
I like their
So we're in a territory that I'm already kind of not.
I like Star Killer base. I like the Star
I thought
Killer
it was
base.
too much like the Death Star.
No, I thought it was a.
And they even said that in the movie. Oh, it's just a bigger Death Star. No, this one can destroy planets.
No,
it's just a bigger Death Star.
No, I think it was a great step up. That Snoke was probably the Empire was thinking a little too much too small. We're gonna think bigger, better, and we're gonna convert an entire planet into a star system busting weapon, and we're gonna blow up the Republic base and their whole system.
I think they destroyed Coruscant. I think that's what happened in the movie.
I thought it was that at first too, but then I looked it up later and it wasn't Coruscant.
Oh, so it was just. But they said it was the Republic homeworld.
Yeah.
So it's not Coruscant. So that means the Empire is still active. Kind of.
No, the Empire is not active. It's the First Order. Why would the Empire still be active?
I don't know. That's why I said if it's not Coruscant, then how is it not? Because I forget.
It looked like Coruscant, but it wasn't.
It was some other planet.
But wouldn't that have been just kind of a middle finger to people, like this iconic planet, and it's in the movie for 1 second, and it's just so it can get blown up.
I think that would be oh, okay, I see.
And the whole movie kind of revolves around this piece of a map to find Luke, because he's just gone off the
opening, the title scroll. Luke Skywalker is missing.
I was just like,
oh, okay.
What?
Oh, okay, that's how we're gonna do this.
And then we see he's been on this planet, and it's just like, what, has he been on in that one spot the whole time? On that one.
He's just been standing on top of a mountain, thinking about the Force.
Oh man, I forgot my Jedi pod. 100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer.
That'd be funny. It's like a flashback. I think that would be silly, but
yeah,
whatever. That's some of the movie. Some of the movie's kind of silly.
This movie is pretty hilarious, though.
I don't know. I still have a hard time figuring out whether I fully liked the second half of the movie, that's been my problem since I saw it. It's just like, is it actually did I have fun during it? Whatever.
I definitely had fun. This was so much fun, and Finn is in a coma by the end of it. So.
I know, it's like, oh, okay. So is he dead? Is he still alive? Because he got slashed in the back with a lightsaber.
No, I can't ship you and Rey if you're dead. Okay, you're gonna notice that there was a cut there. The memory card filled up, so yeah.
All right, you were saying something about Rey and Finn.
Yeah, they are kind of pushing this this sort of love friendship that might be a little bit more, and it makes sense.
I would hate it if that was what they were doing. I would hate that.
It would honestly make sense if for Finn, because he's never been treated as anything more than a soldier, I can assume. And he meets Ray, this female who is the first one to treat him like an actual who is the first one besides Poe Dameron who gives Finn his name. Ray is the first one to look at him as an actual person and not a stormtrooper. Or like it would kind of make sense, and I could see that like he's asking her to come with him and escape. Like, Ray.
Well, how would it work for Ray though? Because Ray is a completely independent person. She doesn't need anyone to do anything with
Strong,
her.
independent woman. No.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. That's very but that's her character. Like she learns how to use the Force kind of by herself.
Yeah, but like I can, given where she is and how everyone treats her, like they try to steal BB-8 from her and they don't give her much for the rations. Give her much rations for the stuff she brings in, and then the stuff she brings in gets lower is worth less rations when she brings it in a second time. Like I remember that small detail from the movie, and like I can assume that that she doesn't have that many friends. Like
because she's a loner.
She doesn't have a family. She doesn't have friends, and she's fine with it. But when she does get friends, and she sees Han Solo as her father figure, she wants it all again. Like she's fine not having friends, but then she meets Finn and like they're BBFs. Like,
well, I mean, and that's why I say I don't think a romance would be good.
They do have great banter.
They do
with each other.
But
no, get that the one I'm pointing at.
And then BB-8's like, BB-8 like motions over to me. It's like, oh, okay, this one, yeah, that's exactly what I want. But it's just, I don't know. I don't think a romance would work for them. I think it would be much better if it was just friends and it stayed that way. But, you know, who knows? Whatever they're gonna do. We don't have control over it. We're two guys just sitting here talking about it.
Yeah.
We have no control over the movie.
We're just the fans. We're just.
Yeah, we're two guys wearing Star Wars shirts talking about Star Wars.
We're dorks. Like, who's gonna listen to us?
Yeah, who's gonna listen to us? And then it turns out we get a letter from J.J. Abrams. Hey, I saw your video. But anyway.
Oh,
back to the movie.
Oh, Mr. Abrams.
I don't know. Is there any other spoilers? Han dies. Snoke
is just a guy.
Snoke is just some guy.
As far as we know, he could be Darth Plagueis.
No, Darth Plagueis died. Because Sidious said that he died. Because Sidious said it, it must be true.
You can completely trust that guy. Like there is nothing he has ever lied about.
But I still doubt that Plagueis is alive even after all this time.
Okay.
The Force may be able to sustain you beyond your lifespan.
It does do a lot of the same things that the first Star Wars did. A New Hope. I don't want to call it A New Hope. I'm calling it Star Wars. But
A New Star Wars.
The Force Awakens does do a lot of the same stuff that the first one that came out in like 40 something years ago did. But
40? Are we that? Or yeah, we're 40. We're at 40 now. Jeez.
It does do a lot of the same stuff, but in my opinion, it does them better. It does them bigger, and like.
I think there are parallels, but I don't think it's a New Hope. I don't think it's.
It's not a New Hope.
I don't think it's very similar. I think it just has parallels to A New Hope, which is the idea, since it's the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's completely like A New Hope.
And I can't.
And I think it's too different from A New Hope to be able to say, oh, it's just like A New Hope.
I can't wait to see where this trilogy takes us and where the story goes in 2 years, and next year is Rogue One. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That film is being made.
Yeah.
Where's my Boba Fett movie?
I want a Darth Maul movie.
Well, no one cares. No one cares enough about Darth Maul. What do you think? What do you think that's going to work? Actually, that was a Night in the Museum reference. I just realized that. Anyway,
I've never seen that one.
Oh, jeez, you gotta watch that sometime. Anyway, I think that's it. I think we're done.
And
This has been,
loved it.
This has been From the Movies.
I loved it.
I liked it.
Bye.
Bye.